Ladies and gentlemen, we are a few short days away from the Sinnoh tour event that is happening in Los Angeles. So let's prep for it, shall we? And I don't mean just creating space for you to, catch Pokemon or creating item space as well. I'm talking about like what Pokemon you should be going for and where all the spender tasks going to be or the spender, stops would be. So let's not waste any time. Let's get on with it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Twin Fella. Today's day is Tuesday, February the 13th. So, we are a few short days away before this event is going, and I am, by the time you're watching this video, I would be a day away from my flight before I embark on my journey to Los Angeles, because I'm going to get there Thursday. So, let's not waste any time. Let's get on with this, but we're going to go to Leaked to get all the information here. So, yeah, with all that said, check this out. Trainers! Oh, they even said here at Leaked website, really? So, yeah, the event actually starts Saturday, February the 17th and going until Sunday, supposed to be, okay, February the 18th, but whatever, that's fine. But you can also start playing on Friday as well. So, let's take a look at this real quick. So, we got the bonuses right here, the Raid Lover add-ons, the Enthusiastic add-on, and by the way, all the add-ons are done so. Like, you can't even get any more add-ons, or rather, you can't even pre-order the shirt, which is interesting. And then the citywide gameplay right here, you can actually select this on Friday, if memory serves correct. Like, so whatever day is not your play day, you can either pick the other weekend, which is obviously Saturday or Sunday, or I believe, if memory serves correctly, you can also pick Friday for here as well. But don't quote me on that. But we're gonna move on towards the first most important thing here, and that would be this. So here's the deal with the harnessing the powers of time and space and Fiasco. And between the two, both of them, how they are used are very useful, but the one that you really want to be focusing on is the War or Time, which is from Origin from Dialga. So here's how this works. So trainers can activate the adventure effect associated with War Time by using 5,000 dust and 5 Dialga candy, distorting time for 6 minutes and pausing the timer for the following items: incense, daily adventure incense, lucky eggs, and star pieces. You can extend the timer for a Water Times adventure effect in increments of 6 minutes by using more dust and Dialga candy. The timer can extend up to 2 hours each time you use, and you can use again to add additional time. Now this part is not true. Up to 24 hours, this part not true. Why did I say that? Because Pokemon Go's official Twitter actually released a video on how this works, and the maximum amount of time that you can do at one time is 2 hours. So it's not like, oh, you can go up to 24 hours, anything like that. Now, what you can do is once those 2 hours is up, you can do it again. I'm not sure they have a cooldown for that. I don't know. But in terms of like the maximum amount of time that you can use, it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours. And that's for both of them, by the way. So yeah, there is a limit in terms of how much you can use. But once the 2 hours is up, you may be able to use it again to get another 2 hours going if you like, and things of that nature. But again, I don't know, there's going to be a cooldown where you can't use it again for like another hour or something like that. I don't know how that works. So, but all I do know is this. Like, you can create a 2 hour time limit on that thing, or 2 hour, window, not 24 hours. So there you go with that. Now let's move on. Once war time ends, the timer on any active items will continue to count down, which is cool. War times cannot be active at the same time as any other adventure effect. Okay, that makes sense. As of this time, Origin Form Dialga will be unable to learn War or Time via any TM, which also makes sense. So this is obviously the one that you want to use when you're trying to make, Pokemon spawning longer, things of that nature. So, increments that last longer. So, for example, with the Daily Adventure Instance, which is normally 15 minutes, by using this, you're making it to 30. So that would be useful if you still don't have a Galarian Bird. Now, in terms of a regular instance and lucky eggs and star pieces, yeah, you always want to be using that for like a community day, spotlight hour. Well, not spotlight hour, because spotlight hour only lasts for an hour, but community day definitely. And any events like a Go Fest, Go Tour, Sea Safari, Safari Zone, stuff like that. So this would be extremely useful. Or if you're going to be out and you want more Pokemon to spawn, from the instance, because of a sudden event that's going on. So yeah, this is where this is going to be useful as well. Just, calculate your time in terms of how long you're going to be out grinding, and you should be fine. Now let's move on to the other one, which is Spatial Wind. So this is the one where you use 5,000 dust and 5 Palkia candies, and you'll be distorting space for 10 minutes. So basically, you are allowing for encounters with wild Pokemon at an increased distance. So if you want more Pokemon to spawn around you, this is the one right here. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Depending on where you are, if you are at a spot where you don't get a lot of spawns, this might be useful for you. But if you're at a spot where you're going to get a lot of spawns, then you don't really need to do this. So there you go with that. But this is still useful for like a Go Tour, a Go Fest, a Sinnoh, you know, a what is it, City Safari, a Safari Zone event and stuff like that. That's where this would be extremely useful. And again, you know, 2 hours is maximum that you can have going at a time. So keep that in mind as well. Sinnoh snapshots. Take a snapshot during an event, and Turtwig, Chimchar, or Pimpler wearing Lucas or Dawn's hats may surprise you. And I'm assuming these can be shiny, memory serves it correctly. So yeah, remember your snapshots. And also, you can encounter the late trio as well once you do the snapshot of one of them in the route. So yes, they will be spawning in the route. Yes, they can be shiny. So there you go with that. And then there's going to be a paranormal puzzle involving Rotom, and I'm assuming that this can be shiny as well. So yeah, keep that in mind when you go about messing around with that. This one's gonna pass, I'm gonna be honest. Like the whole party thing where you can deal with the Regirox and stuff like that. Like I got all these shinies already. If you don't have it, then yeah, this would be perfect for you. But for me, I'm gonna move on. Right stripe basculin rather. We've been appearing on routes. So this is something I gotta remember as well. Snapshots and routes. And again, I'm assuming that this would be shiny. I don't know. So keep that in mind. And then obviously there's the t-shirts. Now here's the most important thing right here. Spawns. Now we always talk about spawns in the past, but why am I bringing it up now? Well, because we got this thing right here. So yes, they actually released the Go Tour LA map. So here's the deal. First of all, if you're showing up here, the very first spot you're gonna hit up is the Rose Bowl Stadium. There's like, without question, you're gonna hit up somewhere the Rose Bowl Stadium, whether it's entrance gate A or whatever, or maybe do gate K, doesn't matter, whichever one, you're gonna hit up this area first. And down here is Seaside Metropolis. So let's take a look at Seaside Metropolis real quick. So here we go right here. The Seaside Metropolis spawns will be right here, as you can clearly see. So I'm not gonna read them all again, because again, you all know what they are and things of that nature. But what I will tell you, however, is this. This is the Pokemon that I would be gunning for. Dawn's Hat Pikachu, the EC and Red Sea Shellos, without question, and Finian. So obviously I need 2 Finians and 2 of the EC and 2 of the Red Sea Shellos. So I need like 6 of these right here, and of course the Dawn's has Pikachu as well. Now, what would be useful here? So let's take a look at this. Magnemite would be useful because of PvP. Do got some play in PvP, and Dribblon got some play in PvP, so that's another good one to try gun for as well. I'm gonna put Bus over there rather, because of the fact that it's somewhat of a rare shiny. And of course you got the Brummy, the Trash Brummy without question, that's somewhat of a rare shiny as well. And then Ralts, I almost forgot about that, because do got Omega, and Omega do got some play in raids, so there's that as well. Everything else is like hit or miss rather. Piplup, I almost forgot about Piplup. Definitely gotta get the Piplup, because do got some play in PvP as well. And then we got the Seaside Metropolis Space-Time Anomaly, where Akari's Kerchef Pikachu will be spawning, alongside with Hisuian Griffiths and Hisuian Braberry. And both of those, and all 3 of those can be shiny as well. So I'll be gunning for all 3 of those. Now, keep in mind, this will happen during the last 30 minutes of the hour, and these 3 Pokemon will also appear alongside with the 12, or really 14 you see up top actually. So there you go with that. Now, let's move on. Let's go back to the map real quick, and let's take a look at this right here. And that would be the Mountain Hot Springs. So when you get done with the Seaside Metropolis, this gonna be the next spot you're gonna hit up, assuming you go in through the Rose Bowl area and things of that nature. So next up, it will be the Mountain Hot Springs. So what Pokemon will be spawning there? Well, let's take a look. So that would be right here actually. So again, I'm not gonna go through all these, but I'm gonna show you guys the one that I would be gunning for. Lucas had Pikachu, obviously, and that's pretty much it until the last 30 minutes popped up, where I would be gunning for Ray's Cap Pikachu, Hisuian Sneasel, Hisuian Avalok. Well, actually, I don't need Hisuian Avalok. I got that already, my bad. And I don't need Reindeer either, because I got that as well. So it's really the Hisuian Sneasel. That would be the only shiny that I need from the 30-minute thing alongside with the Pikachu. Now, what should you be looking for? For PvP purposes, Lickitung. Lickitung, without question, one of the best Pokemon for PvP, is part of the meta, especially if you're competing at regionals like I am. So yeah, Lickitung without question. Eevee, because you want the Eevee candies for those evolutions. Umbreon good in PvP. And then the fairy one, which escapes my mind at the moment, I don't remember what it's called. That got some play in raids as well. Togetic is another one that got some play in PvP, as long as Togekiss. And Togekiss is somewhat good in raids as well, so there's that. Sneasel is good in raids, so that's another one. Swinub is good in raids. And then Snow one is good for PvP, so there's that. I want to say Snow will have a Mega. Is it Mega Galot? Yeah, it does have a Mega. So that's another good one as well. And then actually Murkrow is somewhat good as well because it got some play in raids as well. And then Baneri, because it do got a Mega. And Snowbird as well. It got a Mega. It also is very good in PvP as well. So, and Rhyhorn is good in raids as well. So basically, pretty much everything here with the exception of Magmar. I'm gonna be and yeah, Chimchar too. So yeah, there you go with that. Now let's take a look at the map real quick. And coming up next will be the Entangle Ruins. So that would be all of this right here. So all of this, in case you're wondering, what's all this north of the Rose Bowl? That's the golf course. That's the nearby golf course that I've talked about in one of my previous videos. So let's take a look at Entangle Ruins real quick. And I think we have to go back up here. Yes, we do. So here we go. So what I would be gunning for is Dawn's Hat Pikachu again. And then, of course, we got Cherubi. I still don't have a shiny Cherubi, so I'm gonna need, I think, like, I don't know how many of these, like 3 of those, because I think got 2 different evolutions. So there's that. And then, of course, the 30 minutes fiasco, Akari's Kershaf Pikachu again, with Hisui and Voltorb. And, well, I don't need Cleavor. I already got Cleavor. So there's that. Now, what about everything else here? Well, Eevee gonna be spawning here, so without question, you want that Eevee. And then Roselia, obviously, because it's also got some play in raids. Combi is somewhat of a rare shiny, especially the female, so you can evolve that one. So yeah, you want to get that without question. Then you got the Plant Burmy right here. That's a rare one right there. And then Turtwig got some play in PvP, so that's another good one right there. And actually, Tangela got some play in PvP, and it's really good in raids as well. And same with Bronzor as well. It's really good in PvP, that is. And Mischievous, yeah, I mean, it's a decent looking shiny, so if you want to get that, knock yourself out. And Nosepad actually got some play in PvP as well. Can't forget about that. So that's everything here. Now let's look at the map one last time. And the last thing up here is the Bubbling Mire. So let's take a look at that real quick in terms of what's going to be spawning right here. So obviously the things that I would be gunning for is the Lucas Ass Pikachu and Stunky, which is actually one of the new ones right there. And then of course the last 30 minutes is going to be Raised Cap Pikachu and Hisui and Growlithe, and that's it. Not Ursaluna, because we had a calm day. Ironically enough, I did that calm day in Long Beach, California in 2022, so that was pretty ironic. Now, what else is here that you should be gunning for? Well, first off, I see Gligar. Gligar has risen up over the past few months, so that's a part of the meta in terms of PvP without question. Craninos is good in raids, so you want to get that one. Sheldon is good in PvP as well. There's Sandy Burmy, so you gotta try to go for that one. Gibble is really good in PvP for Master League, and it's also got some play in raids as well as a dragon and ground type as well. Hippopotamus is a rare shiny, and there's like, you know, you gotta get 4 of these because they got different forms. The male and females are different. Skorupi is somewhat of a rare shiny as well. It's because the red is nice. And Krogan is really good in PvP as well. So that's one that you want to go for right there. And that's pretty much it. Now let's take a look at the unknowns. So unknown H-I-N-O and S will be spawning, but during the last 30 minutes, the letter U will join the mix, and it would just be, and by the looks of this, it would just be H-I-S and U for the last 30 minutes of each hour. And of course, we already talked about the eggs, so here's everything that's gonna be spawning the eggs. 2K eggs, obviously that's gonna be the more popular one in my opinion. One of them, that is. 5 kilometer eggs is bland because these gonna be spawning in a row. And of course the 10. The 10 is the one that you want. That is the most popular one right there. Actually, I said 2, but no, it's actually the 10 because these are regionals. These are regionals. If you don't get them here, if you don't get them at global, you have to go to wherever they spawning at and try to get the shiny that way. And that is not fun, Corsola. That is not fun at all. The raids, they like bland. If you need them, then knock yourselves out. But really, like these, if you need these, knock yourself out. But this right here, really this right here, the origin forms will be the main ones you want. So keep that in mind as well. There's going to be field research tabs that will be focusing on those starters wearing either Dawn's hat or Lucas' hat. So be on the lookout for that as well. And one more thing. Obviously, we got this, but one more thing. And there it is right there. Spiritomb. So this will be going on Friday, actually. Now, which brings me to the next thing. This map. So this map have all the Spiritomb Pokestops. And there's quite a bit. They scatter all around here. Like, you know, this is downtown LA right here. This is, I don't know where this is, but Culver City by the looks of it. So there's some there. Santa Monica. Oh, God. Santa Monica gonna have some because that's the airport right there. Now, there's even some down here if you want to go all the way down here, like past Long Beach for some odd reason. So Anaheim got some. Like, oh, look at all that down there. Anaheim got some. Even further down got some as well, which makes no sense to me. But let's go back up here. This area, Griffin Park, got some. But downtown LA and even Pasadena, where the Rose Bowl is, because the Rose Bowl, like up here somewhere. Matter of fact, the Rose Bowl is like right here. So there's going to be one inside the Rose Bowl. There's going to be some at the actual event, but they're going to be spread around Pasadena. But really, where you want to go to is this right here, downtown Los Angeles. That's another good spot as well. And if you're further west for some odd reason, then hit this spot up. Hit up Santa Monica as well. And then, yeah, there you go with that. And speaking of this area, so yeah, there's actually going to be a meetup. So yes, there's actually going to be a meetup. You do not want to miss that. So yes, this is orchestrated by me, Leno Alpha, and Mrs. Mime. So we are going to be actually meeting up in, in downtown Pasadena. So we're looking at Central Park. So that will be happening on Friday, February the 16th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I almost say Eastern. I'm used to saying Eastern. But this is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so local time pretty much. And we're going to be meeting up here, and then we're going to be walking around this entire area to try to get all the necessary Spiritomb Pokestops that we can get. So we're going to have this map on us right here, Old Pasadena. Yeah, it is called Old Pasadena. So we're going to have this map. We're going to walk around this area. We may walk up here to get these as well, assuming that it is open for us. But yeah, there you go with that. So that's pretty much it for this upcoming in-person event. I cannot wait for it. So your boy is going back to Cali. This will be my third time going to Cali, and it's going to be loads of fun. It's going to be loads and loads of fun. So if you're going, then I would definitely see you there. So if you reach this point in the video, leave in the comment section below Pasadena. Leave in the comment section below Pasadena. So if you reach this point in the video, and remember, there's going to be 2 cards at the very end of this video. One of them will show you my last video that I put out, which was the raid day event, and the other one would be something that YouTube recommended. So go ahead, check both of those out, and I will see you guys in Pasadena at the Sinnoh tour event. But there will be one more video, Valentine's Day. You do not want to miss that video as well. So I'm gonna call it a wrap. And with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is boy New Jack Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see you next time. Yeah. Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Blue is the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they ranking with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show them that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.